Kenya is a country which is in East Africa, and so many people would want to like come and study in Kenya, but they don't know how to come, they don't know how to apply for school in Kenya. Kenya actually has a very good infrastructure, and Kenya is a very good country. Or apply to be an international student here in Kenya as a Nigerian or as any other African country. Today I'm going to be telling you the steps in which you need to know, what you need to know, how to apply, and how to become an international student here in Kenya. Guys, what's up? My name is Beloved Arami, and welcome back to my wonderful YouTube channel. If this is your first time, and if you are my my follower, please kindly subscribe. And if you are following me for long, please like this video, share to your families and friends. And my channel talks about travel vlogs and lifestyle. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to study and how to apply in Kenya as an international student, as a Nigerian or as any other African country. So there are many ways you can apply to be an international student here. Please note this. I'm talking according to my own experience and according to what I've gained and what I've make my research upon, what I've in my own way. So if there's another way in your own way, yeah, that's it. But this is what I've known. I've asked people about it and I've gained something, so I'm going to share it with you guys today for you guys to be able to know. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is, how are you applying? Are you applying online or you are applying physically? For me, I didn't apply from Nigeria. When I came to Kenya, then I applied to study here as an international student from Nigeria. So that is the first thing I'm going to talking about. So for me, I can tell you that studying here, if you want to apply here as an international student in Kenya, to apply online it will take a lot of time, and there are some things that need to be done physically, not to be done online. You have to online, it's a bit more stressful than physically. So as I'm saying that online and physically, that if you are doing it online, it's not so bad if you want to apply online, but online takes a lot of process, and to get your process done, to apply stuff, yeah, it's not easy online. But if you do it physically, it's much more easier and it will take a lot of time. So the best way is to do it physically. So I will talk to you about that later. So the second thing is called knqa. I don't actually know the full meaning, but I'll put it down here so that you guys can know the full meaning. So you actually come in, for an example, for me, so when I came to Kenya and I wanted to apply to school here, so there's two things you need to know. My country is an English speaking country, so my results, my results and certificates are in English. So if you are from a French country, there's going to be another dimension for you to be able to process and apply. So let me firstly talk about if your certificates or your results are in English. So there's something called knqa. This is how you are going to convert. You're going to do an equation to convert your results to Kenya result, which is KCSE. So to convert it for an English speaking country, which is your result is in English, it takes of about it's an online process whereby you are going to sign up and upload your certificate and your document and other stuff, your results. So it takes up to a month for it to be for it to be converted. For if your results are in English. So after the conversion, I'll tell you what to do next. So for those people, it takes $100 for you to convert. You pay $100 online. But if your results are not in English, for an example, Congo's, they are French, so their result may be in French. So if you are wondering I don't have an English result, it's not going to also take your time, but it will take you around $150 to $200. Firstly, they have to convert your result, which is in French, to English with a company another individual company which converts result, language. From there, they'll now upload it to the knqa. Then the equation will now be done for you to now be after that your result has now turned. They have now equated to turned to KCSE, which is Kenyan result. So after your result has been turned to Kenyan result, then that is when you'll be able to now, it's now time for you to apply to your desirable schools. So before that, let me talk to you about this. Actually, let me talk to you about this. So if you are wondering that what kind of result am I talking about, I don't know for other places, other countries, but for my own country, in Nigeria, I'm West African. So in West Africa, we do one exam called West Africa Examination Council. We call it WAEC. And also in Nigeria, also we do this exam called knqa. So you have to have your your results, and you also have to have your certificate to be able to apply to your desirable schools. So before that, all what I've explained, I'm talking about if you are applying to university for the first time. But if you are coming to Kenya to do your master's or PhD, these are the things you need to know, because this is very important for you guys. So if you are coming to Kenya to study, to continue your master's or PhD, you need to send you need to send your degree certificate to the Commission for University Education for Accreditation. That will take you about $200, because you are coming to Kenya to study your master's or PhD. You need to send your degree certificate to the Commission of University Education for Accreditation. So that is the first thing you need to know. But if you are coming to study university for the first time, you are not coming to study for your master's or for your PhD, that means you need to go through the process I'm talking about, and also you have to have a transcript from your school that you are coming to study in Kenya. So as I've said, let's now go back to what I've also said about the physical application and online application. As I said the physical application is better than the online application. But if you see that online is a very good way for you to apply, it's okay. So the physical application to your desirable school. So guys, after the conversion of your results, knqa, then it's now time for you to apply to school. As I've told you the other time, there's an online application and there is a physical application. And I said physical application is the better way to apply. So as I've said, after you have collected your conversion results, now it's time for you to apply to your desirable school. So there are many schools in Kenya, but I don't know much about other schools. I know more about the school I went to. So for my school, I was already given the information that if you apply on physical application to the school, it doesn't take that much for you to apply. It doesn't take that much time for you to be accepted in the school. And also, if your grades are good, you'll be accepted. And also note this, you have to your documents need to be certified by advocate, and also you have to have a good conduct, which means that you don't have to have any criminal case, or you don't have to be arrested. Having a criminal case, you won't be accepted. So before I go into that, the application, you have to collect your application stuff, and you fill everything, all the documents you need to fill, you fill. Then to your desirable school, you fill it. Then as I've said that in my own school, it doesn't take that much time for you to be accepted. Then you'll be given an admission in the school you are going. So let's know this very well. After you have gotten your admission, there's still another step you'd follow through. So in my own school, the tuition fee for international students and the locals, Kenyans and any other body and any other citizen that is going to that school will be paying the same amount of school fees. Not that you're an international student, your school fees will be different. No. So let's go back to admission process. So after you have collected your admission, so you need to, as an international student, there are also another forms of things you need to do before you are fully accepted into the school. So after your admission, you need to collect your ID. So if, for an example, you are in Nigeria and someone has applied for you here in Kenya and you have been given admission, you need to come with all the documents because someone is applying for you here and your documents are not seen physically. So since you have gotten admission, you need to like take a flight from Nigeria to Kenya to come and start your tuition, and then you bring all the documents, all your credentials and all the documents you used, so that it can be confirmed by the school. So that after that, as I've said, as I've said, the international student. So after that, you need to collect your school ID. When you are here, you need to collect, because your school ID is very important. Then the main thing is the immigration. So as I've said, after you have collected your ID, so the next process is the immigration services. I mean, for you to become, if you're an international student in another country, you need to have a student pass. Like you have to have a student pass to be able to stay in the country and continue studying. So when you reach the immigration table so you'll be given a form to fill. So that form will be given, not that you fill it immediately. You'll be given, I think it's about a week or two to fill out everything. So the form comprises of everything there. So I'll just show you like a screenshot of that form. I don't know if I still have if I took the picture of the form. So the form is just literally everything about being an international student and all. It's not that hard like that. So after you have filled the form, you submit the form. So after you have finished submitting the form, the immigration would send a message to the email you dropped. So note this also, when you have started to process your school, everything, you have to have one Gmail that you know that I'll need to get information, or I need to get stuff from this place. Don't that be giving different Gmails. You won't even know the one that. So after the Gmail you put down, they'll send you a message that your student pass is in progress. That means the immigration has accepted your proposal to submit. Your submission of your student pass has been accepted. So you have to wait for it to be out. So it's in progress. So then after that, you are now a student of whatever school you are going. I'm talking about my own experience and everything, and I've also made my research. So this is how it goes. It's not like a lot of process you need to go through, or you need to like run here and there. No. So I'm just telling you all the process, how it goes if you want to study here in Kenya. So the student pass, it depends. So I don't really know. It takes a month, 3 months, 6 months, up to a year, but I don't know more than that. So it depends on how the immigration, the government process your student pass. So after that, when you are applying, you already choose your course, and then you start class. That's how you start. And also there are many courses you can do in Kenya. We have journalism, we have computer information system, we have art and craft, we have tourism, we have hospitality, we have pharmacy. There are many courses you can do in Kenya. So that is about that. So guys, before I end this video, I want to tell you about this particular school. It's called African University in Zimbabwe. This school is because someone reached out to me and tell me that you guys need to hear about it, that if you want to study in Zimbabwe, that if you are able to study a degree in Zimbabwe, you have in that school, you have the chance, African University in Zimbabwe, you have the chance to get a scholarship to study abroad or to study in the country. So if you are able to study degree in African University in Zimbabwe, you have offer to study to get a scholarship to study abroad, to continue your studies in abroad, or to continue your studies in Zimbabwe. So I think I've explained much more better about. So if you want to know more, and you want to know more about applying, the physical application and every other thing, all my details are down in the description box. Reach me out, I'll answer you immediately. You can message me on WhatsApp, and don't need to send me a mail. You can just message me through WhatsApp, and I will reply you immediately. So if there's anything you want to ask me, as I've said, also please rate this video, like the video, give us a comment and everything. So please give me a reply on whatever I've said about studying and applying to school in Kenya. So please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share to your families and friends. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.